is up? Welcome back to the stream. Just timed as Shinobi 3 fades out. Mostly a stinker on that one for music, but whatever. Something different at least. So, today's wonderful stream plans are to play a game that was requested by Nimix, and it's going to be brutal. Of course it is, because he suggested it. And then play some arcade games. I don't know exactly what I'm going to be playing, but it's in Final Burn Alpha, so I'll be good. Maybe I'll take some requests from people in chat. We'll see. So without further ado and delay and nonsense of that, let's get on over here. So the game, let's pull this up so I can get to it. There we go. Usually RetroArch used to work in the background. I guess not anymore, so let's go over to Super Nintendo. Game that Nimix wanted me to play was Bert 3, and I believe he did a test on this game in particular, and I am horribly colorblind. This is not an easy game to begin with, so I anticipate many leaps off of the playfield, no doubt. I think I have run ahead on this for latency turned on. Yes, 1 frame, good. Okay, let's check out the game options. Stereo sound, please. Controls. This is one of those lovely ones where I'll bet they want you to turn the controller sideways in order to make sense. Or you can use those controls. Huh. Interesting. Yep. Okay, so that's not where that is. That's downward. Half this is basically just adjusting your brain to where everything is. Its controls are completely different from what you'd be expecting a game to be. Okay, so I can't hit people no matter what. Okay. Game over already. Perfect. Things are going well. Of course, wrong way. Hey, I got past first level. Okay. Doing better. Oh good, continue start at level 1. Not the level you're at. Okay. Of course. So, like, half the thing is, like, wrapping your mind around the controls. Because it's not exactly what you think it would be. So you literally have to hold the controller at an angle and try to, like, recalibrate your thinking, which is, like, the biggest challenge, really. Okay, I think I'm starting to slowly get the hang of it. Maybe. One life away from death. That was all just level 1. Great. Okay, so if I make it to level 2 and I continue... Nope. Does it let me continue at level 2 as it puts it in level 1? Okay, good. So I've reached a checkpoint of sorts. Like that. It's like, okay, yeah, we're gonna throw you off right into an enemy. Good luck, bitch. Okay, so you can't go that direction. You actually have to side jump those. Okay, and you can't touch that thing either. It's spitting out. Okay. And people play this for fun, quote-unquote fun. Thanks, game. They say 4 out of 5 dentists recommend brushing. That last one, who doesn't? Pure genius. You know why? Job security. Yeah, why should you have people brush their teeth? That's just craziness. Everyone's brushing and taking care of the teeth, and no one goes to the dentist. They're out of a job. Smart dentists should be handing out candy, saying, don't brush. It's like, okay, where are my last ones I need to do? There we go. Oh god, my colorblindness. I can't see what I've done. Okay, so that one turned blue. Well, I think we pretty much hit as far as I can go with this game, unfortunately. It's like I hit the brick wall where I can't see things. Because I am horrifically colorblind. So that won't work out too well, unfortunately. That's a shame, because I was thinking like, oh hey, well maybe I can get a hang of it and keep plowing through. Not quite. Give me 1 second. Doing a quick search. And it doesn't feel like doing anything, so that's great. Here we go. So if you want to see a really good task of it, then check this out. Nimix, friend to you and me and to the chat, has done a task of this game, lovely game. Oh man, yeah, so watch how it's supposed to be played. Hey, Saturday Memories. Good to see you. Q-Bart and the Space Mutants. Oh. Yeah, that's another fun little game that's not that fun. I think I have it most likely. I should have a full complete NES set, I think. Close content. Would be our Simpsons. We'll see. Yes. I remember playing this one briefly. Let's see. We'll play this for a minute, then I'll switch over to arcade games. Zorbo.
Cool, man.
Hey, it's Jay. No, just playing this game for real quick. Nimix wanted me to play Q-Bart 3, which I did, and I reached the point where my color blindness made it so it's pretty much impossible for me to play. So, give this one a whirl real quick, and then we'll be playing some different arcade games. So if you got suggestions for some arcade games, let them fly.
Eat my shorts.
Okay, so that does nothing.
Eat my short.
And exit RetroArch. Clap. Alright. Original DOS Prince of Persia. Well, I've actually thought about doing an old Apple II GS stream, because that's what I had when I was a kid, because my parents decided to buy the most incompatible computer on the planet with anything, really. But the cool thing, however, is that we were able to play Tetris before everybody else. Back in like 1986, I think it was. Got our hands on a Russian copy of the game. Alright, let's see. Arcade. There we go. Yeah, so I was thinking like there was Oregon Trail. I had that because it was backwards compatible with the Apple II. And we had 2 disk drives, so of course we just stole everything we could. We just pirated all the software we could back then, because who cared? We didn't care if we copied that floppy. So do Oregon Trail, a couple other games. I remember playing, one of them was called, I think it was Think Quick. It's kind of a crazy game. Wasn't like Rad Mobile, wasn't that like Gale Racer? For like the Saturn? Yeah, okay, that's what it was. So I'm like, wait a minute, that sounds kind of familiar. Looks like I have it on MAME. Properties.
Radmobile.
Radmobile. Or mobile, or mobile. Just depending on how drunk you are. Alright, I don't even know if this is set up correctly. We're gonna find out real quick. No, it's not. Okay, so now I need to figure out MAME again, since it's been so long since I've used this. Okay, let's see. Input general. Oh, great. It didn't save anything. It's wiped it all out. Even better.
Radmobile.
Okay. Huh. So they can like track you down and chase you and catch you. That's definitely something you don't see very often. It wasn't until like Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, I think it was. So my brother bought that on the computer, and that was like, that was crazy, because that was like one of the first ones where, you know, the cops would chase you down and arrest you. So I guess it's not in here. Maybe other controls. Everyone start. Coin. Here we go. Okay, and it didn't like my start button. Oh, the fun of MAME.
Radmobile.
Okay, well, let's just change it to, yeah, and have it exit out. Thank you. Good job, meme. Yes, the joys of meme, as in, like, it gives you a friggin' headache. Okay, at least it saved that stuff, so let's just make...
Radmobile.
It's just refusing to start it, to take it, so we'll just make it enter. Okay, does it not want to start at all? I guess it's deciding, like, it's had enough. Like, no, we really don't want you to play this game. We refuse. I actually ran into another problem with that with Guardians of the Hood. I tried to play that, and I know that's a legitimate terrible game. And for whatever reason, in MAME, it just refused to start. It just was like, nope, we're not doing this. Go to hell.
Radmobile.
No, it just won't start. I can put in credits and I can change the keys to whatever I want. It's just not gonna let me start it. Well, I tried. I tried, Saturn. Yeah, so that makes 2 games of Run Across. Well, I'm running like MAME 1.9, yeah, 0.197. Maybe they fix it in another version, one of the updates. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. Unfortunately, I don't know how to, like, update MAME itself, so I just download everything like crazy, which is a pain in the butt. But let's see. Let's do some CPS 1 fun. It's Nimix! What's up? Good to see you again, as always. Always at work. I don't know. I'll play something we'll have some fun with. Is that like the deadline's like, okay, then they're like, you're done with all the crunch, or? Yes, winners do use drugs. Well, don't tell anybody that I'm on fentanyl, because I mean, then they'd be really upset. The government will come after me. William Sessions will come for my head. Two! Just a second, saving inputs and save mapping, save settings, yes. We'll do that. System, normal, stereo, good. Difficulty, hard 2. Haha, no. We'll put it on normal, thank you very much. That's why you always go through and check your arcade game settings. Every once in a while, I'll sneak in something incredibly hard. Neo Geo will do that. Some of the games I have for that will just default to level 8, which is the hardest difficulty level. So I wonder how many like arcade operators had turned off, because you can turn off also the display for Neo Geo games, like inside the BIOS settings, to let you know how hard the difficulty is on the machine. So that would be another scummy tactic people like arcade operators would use. Well, I'm in here. Yeah, 1 coin, 9 credits. Perfect. Pardon me. That would be amazing, literally. Just like put in one quarter and you have like 9 credits. Alright, let's do Adon first. I was on the Super Nintendo and some people just crap on it, which is crazy because then like the same people who are like, oh, it's a terrible game and it doesn't look right and it's not the right speed and have problems with it, then they're like talking about Mortal Kombat 11 and they're like, oh, it doesn't matter that the graphics don't look that good or if it's not exactly what it's supposed to be, it's perfectly fine. It's like, wait a minute. Okay. That's right, they just moved it to a fireball in this one. I kept messing with like Adon's moves every single game. How did that not catch him? Very easily, I guess. There we go. This is like, it's supposed to anti-air him. What? There we go. It's like, that should catch him. Nope. But he does have one trade-off. All his normals do super damage. So basically, like, if you do, like, it does the same damage as a Fierce Fireball would his Fierce Punches. So he's low on combos and stuff, but he just does crazy amount of damage, which can catch people off guard. He was also the first boss in the very first Street Fighter. Street Fighter 1. You fought him, then you fought Sagat. Oh, hitboxes. No, I was always like a... See, I was like a Street Fighter player first. I never really got into Mortal Kombat. Was never really that good at it. Oh, that's gonna catch. So, like, I never got used to, like, hitting block... You know, to block things. Like, I was used to, like, just holding back. Well, he does an uppercut at Shoryuken, which is like Dragon Fist Punch. And it goes over him. Oh, Hadouken, which is like Flame Fist, something like that. It's like Power Wave Fist. It's not, it's something weird. Ken is like fist in Japanese, so it's like Wave Fist is what he's yelling. Hadouken, yeah. Japanese is kind of weird when it comes to stuff like that. Which is why when you understand it, it just makes fighting games really bizarre. Oh, that doesn't combo against crouching. Yes, and not only do you have to yell the name of the attack you're doing, but the louder you yell it, the more powerful it is. Oops, wrong button. How do you properly wipe your butt? The real answer is you don't. Because the stench will eventually build up, you can also hold on to it as an emergency situation. Like I said before about the whole Alka-Seltzer thing and having to bite people. Well, by foaming and yelling you have rabies. You can also do the monkey primate thing too if you store things back there. Get out of, you know, weddings, court dates, things of that nature. The judge usually won't do anything against you if you start flinging your crap across the courtroom. I've gotten out of so many speeding tickets that way. Oh man, computer's got me trapped. Get out. Yeah, you can use a bidet or, like I said, a garden hose. That works too, but then the neighbors look at you all funny again and complain to the homeowners association about causing a scene. Also, I live right across from the school, so that doesn't fly well either. Oh crap, I was gonna say, it didn't combo. It didn't combo, but the computer decided to get hit by it, which is nice. I think it. Why did that not hit? Now, something to point out here, this stage is in the Super Nintendo version, but they have censored out the guy in the background who in the open stall who looks like he's propositioning people, and the people at the urinal. Those were removed due to Nintendo's censorship. Oh jeez, that throw. That throw range is unreal. Pardon me. Put another 9 credits. Let's see. Ooh, again, I have not used it in a long time. Fight against the Den Man. So I should have my Rekkas. Yep. I love it. His Standing Fierce is such a good anti-air too. It knocks people right out of the air. Okay, so... Dan, for those who may not be familiar with the series, is a joke character. He is, like, by far the weakest character in the entire game, and specifically making fun of SNK's Art of Fighting. For a guy who looks exactly like that character, except for he was an orange gi. It was their kind of joke slam against SNK for kind of copying their style to make Art of Fighting. Oh, I was hoping I'd catch him on the way down. Oh, I love Alpha 2 so much. Best one ever. People say Alpha 3, they're completely wrong. Jeez. Really? How'd that go through? I had air knife as well. Should. Oh well. Alright, Jay. Catch you later. Alright, so let's think of a good game to play here. Good beat 'em up. So we did Final Fight, and I think we did that on the X68000 a couple streams back. That's around, done that. All the good ones have already done. Let's see. Ooh, Warriors of Fate. No, I've done that, but that Warriors of Fate takes forever, though. That's a long, long game. So what do you guys think? Punisher, Warriors of Fate, or Alien vs. Predator? Well, let's look at Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. I'm basically kind of looking at like CPS1 games. CPS1 beat 'em ups. Warriors of Fate is good, but I mean, that game is like an hour and a half to beat almost. Well, the problem is then that's just going to cause a lot of problems. Well, I mean, it's like you can have like an automatic reader ask the question there, but then of course the problem is that people would usually abuse it, as I've seen in other streams in the past. Alright, I guess we'll just go with Warriors of Fate. We will do that. That's the only problem I really have with it. Start. Pardon me. Attack and jump. Good old 2-button game. I love it. Okay, and options. Tip switch has none. Okay, perfect. Maybe. Yeah, by the way, the text in this game goes absolutely fast. I'm not hitting any buttons here. It just goes flying across the screen. The time has come, and so have I, to be right here at your feet to tell you this news. I know. My load. Not Lord, my load. L-O-A-D. English. 5 of our best warriors await the chance to bring you glory in battle. Who will you send? Who, my load, will you pick? So what I did last time I played this was I just went through every single character, started changing them every single time. So every death, like I had to continue, switch on to somebody else, and keep going. So that's what we're gonna do. Actually, I think, yeah, I think the Japanese version of this game is actually the better one to play versus the English. And I think it's still in English to begin with. Give me a second here. Let's see. Warriors of Fate. Japanese versus English or USA. This also got ported to the Sega Saturn. And to my knowledge, it's still around like an $80 game or so, or even higher now. Need one more second here. Taking a look, trying to find it. Yeah, I think the Japanese version is the way to go for this, because I think it's completely uncensored. We'll find out in a second. There we go. It's like, please get me out the horse. There we go. I was like, wait a minute, there's super moves in this. Okay, no. So, yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's that version. Let me try the Japanese version real quick. Where's Fate? Yeah, we'll just stick with American. We'll just have it English, or the English, because that's just more fun. Okay, open recent, USA, here we go. Yeah, of course, let me know if you need to make any type of audio adjustments for this game. My lord, and then load. Yes. Portor. So I know of down, up, and then attack. There we go. Horse I really don't like. Hitting people so hard they explode. Okay. I just wish it's bugging me now because I'm just like, dang it, I really can't remember which one was the best version to use. It's just gonna annoy the heck out of me. Give him the old Mike Hagar. Up and down from the world's best mayor. Yeah, this guy is basically Hagar from Final Fight. And yes, I do know that this is from a manga series in Japan or China, wherever it's from. I can't remember where it is, but I just know it's somewhere in Asia. It's a manga somewhere. I believe it's Japanese in origin. It's been a while. Okay, it's the version, the American version. There we go. It's like some guy's intestines go flying out. We'll strike with them with fire, draw the enemy back, and then light the weapon. What? Draw the enemy back and then light the weapon. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's see. Special moves. Border. Drop kick. Splash elbow. Yeah, you gotta love game facts. People are just like writing all sorts of nonsense. Oh yeah, you got this here, you got a spinning pile driver. It's like, no, he does not. Why would you lie? Other than it's game facts, and they always lie. This guy just has... Yeah, these people have special moves. You want to know what the hell? You know what they are? Go to hell. It's like, okay, cool, thanks. That's real helpful, buddy. Okay, cool. So, up and attack, of course. Or down, up, we'll do this. If you do down and jump, that's the other one. Because that's what I was looking for, because I'm like, I knew that there was another attack, but I just couldn't remember what it was. Aha! Oh-ho! Why, Porter? Why? Bombs back then were so much better. They had visual countdowns for when they were going to explode. Something new bombs could use today, definitely. Such a great game over screen. It's like, yeah, you've been shot up and arrows and knives sticking in you. Move, you treacherous body. Is this physique a mere pretense? Wow. Some effort really went into localizing this, I'll say. Alright. Yeah, so I like this guy. He's got the punch that just like straight up makes people explode. My horse. My horse is amazing. No, my horse. Ah, come on, I want to cut him in half. There we go. So this is the game that like I never saw in the arcade, and I only found out about it in emulation. I remember like CPS emulators were first kind of like starting to come into like being well known or seen like around 98, 99. Spin lever and pound on buttons. Okay. Nope, this is actually an arcade game. It's a CPS, which is Capcom's system, CPS 1. Yeah, so no matter what I do, I'm not going to win this one. Yep, so this is Capcom System CPS-1, which had Final Fight, this game, Alien... I think Alien vs. Predator was CPS-2. Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, Punisher, Street Fighter 2 series was on it as well. A lot of good stuff. Saturday Night Slime Masters, that was also CPS-1. So CPS2 came out. That was like your Street Fighter Alpha 2s. Actually, Street Fighter Alpha 1 got a port to CPS, which is kind of interesting because they figured it was like a borderline game. So it has like reduced down sound quality. It definitely sounds different, but it's the same game. But CPS2 brought in better quality, of course, and larger games, so you'd have stuff like Alien vs. Predator was on there, which was visually more interesting. Kind of crazy. Like, you can kind of see like a little bit of the Alien vs. Predator influence in this game, like for combos and special moves and things of that nature, which would be shown all throughout AVP. Now, I'm actually playing this on the Final Burn Alpha emulator, which is the exact same emulator that Capcom's going to be putting out with their $250, $260 arcade stick, which has only 16 ROMs on it. One of them being Alien vs. Predator, which is cool, but I mean, you can download the entire ROM set that I'm playing with right now for like 13 gigs and play more than that thing. So I'm sure people will hack it, but I just don't see a $250, $260 arcade stick as being worth it. Let's see, what also was awesome on CPS-1? Knights of the Round, Magic Sword, Willow. There's a lot of great games on this architecture. Alright, MC Hammer, let's do it. Money. Big Hammer, you get the idea of the game. I mean, this is like super grindy, so we're going to switch over to what I'm going to have a lot more fun with, and the one I was talking about a second ago, and that is Alien vs. Predator. So this one just like grinds forever. It's literally like an hour and a half grind, especially when you're just by yourself, so it's pretty annoying. This game, however, is a lot more entertaining. Okay, here we go, and cue sound. Okay, that's fine. Configuration, system. That should do it. Yes. No! No, mollusk. I refuse. So this is another game that my brother and I just played the holy hell out of in the arcades, and I'm really sad it never got a home port. They could have easily put this on Super Nintendo. I mean, it would have, you had to make cuts. I mean, they did it before. I mean, they had CPS2 games, stuff like that on Super Nintendo. Yeah, you wouldn't have like 3 players at once type deal, but I mean, I think it definitely could have been done. I know that at one point there was talk about this being on the 32X for Sega, yeah, the Sega 32X. It just never came about because the system flopped horribly. Take that, Times Square. So even though my brother and I played the hell out of this game in the arcade, it wasn't the 3-player variant. They had a 3-player version of this. Like, they made an arcade machine of that, but it was only 2 players, the only one I ever saw and played on.
Time to hunt. Time to hunt.
Eat this, you scumbags! Yeah, so basically everything we saw right now.
Select your claim.
Yep, so it's a beat 'em up. And Kurosawa's pretty cool. She's got a lot of different air moves and stuff. She's kind of like a more style character. Everyone has their own things to do. Okay, my buttons are not right. Let's fix that. Shot. Attack. Jump. Let's relaunch the game. Yeah, there's been like a lot of games with the title Alien vs. Predator. I mean, I have the one from like 1998. It's called Alien vs. Predator. It was a first-person shooter game. And then there was another one they did for, you know, PlayStation 3. And then there was the one that came out not too long ago that was a total disaster. You know, they just keep using it all in all, but I mean, this is the arcade version, which was a lot of fun. So because it's a Capcom game, there's actually like moves you can do. You can do fireballs, you can do dragon punches with certain characters. There we go. She's got that move that a lot of people don't know about. So this is coming out on the Capcom $250, $260 arcade stick. And which would be the first time that they would ever do a home release of this. So that's the cool thing about it, but it's like at the same time it's like it's $250 for one good game. Oh, you also can lose your weapon too. To get knocked down. Yeah, so like she's like fast and kind of like a combo fiend, showing off all sorts of cool things you can do with her. But yeah, this would probably be a really good game to task. I'm pretty sure somebody has already. I know that people have done speedruns of it. Then you also have Arnold. Well, I'm not Arnold. He's like more of a brawler type. He is like very, very heavy end stuff. I think he's got a spinning pile driver too. Strange, better check the ceiling like they did in the movie. Oh crap. He doesn't have a jump, but he has like a rush move in its place, which is kind of different. So he's like more ground-based, whereas Lyn is like more in the air. Predators are kind of like more evenly matched. Like for kind of like overall, like agility and so forth. Must get the amber. And the pizza. Pizza time. To the Mike Hagar. I know how to handle this. Punch it.
I got it. I got it. I got it.
I gold it. Got it. Those Jim Gaffigan said that, like, everybody can do an impersonation of Arnold Schwarzenegger, but Arnold can't do an impersonation of somebody saying California. California, it's hard. We need water. That's where he's yelling the F-bomb. Fuck. Fortunately, that's an like area of effect attack or whatever. It's got good splash damage. Of course, you just have to be able to run up to hit somebody though, like grab them. Pardon me. Keep clear of the claws. I'm still alive!
I got it.
He's got it. He's got Rotor Edge apparently too. Unfortunately, if you hit like any button or direction during the cutscenes, it automatically speeds through them. So sometimes you just go flying through the story and you don't mean to. Yep, predators are working with the humans in this one. So when I die, you know, I get to another continue with this guy, and then I'm going to switch over and start playing as the predators. Basically, I just like to go through every single one, just to show them off. Pardon me. Allergies are just beating me into the ground again.
I got it.
Predator disc, you actually have to be careful, because if you can actually throw it away.
I got it.
So, like, if you were to, like, throw the weapon and then, like, move out of the way, it's gone. Like that. So you have to be right in the catching site.
I got it.
This is actually not the first Aliens arcade game they've ever made either. There's actually an arcade game called Aliens, which is another one that my brother and I played the holy hell out of way back in the day when arcade machines were a thing you could find still. So the arcade, like at the bowling alley, that used to be, had some at the time, if there wasn't a dedicated arcade, they had Toki going ape spit, which is a kind of interesting platformer. Then you had Final Fight, they had a Final Fight machine, and then they had Aliens, based off of the second one. My brother is actually younger. I have two younger brothers. One of them is Chris. He is 3 years younger than me, and then we have Tim, the asshole, who is 15 years younger than me because we adopted. Ow. I do have one older sister, however. I was the middle child for a long time. So you can't pick up the zombie guys. You can pick up the aliens. Alright, on to the predators. Hunter. Predator Hunter is my favorite one. He's got like the most combo potentials. Basically, like you hit forward and jump, you just launch right into kicks, so you can just juggle people for days. So it's got an uppercut. Yeah, it's Predators have the best weapons. Both their specials do that. They're a lot better. Yeah, so comboed with specials, I mean, like, so the Predator, the Hunter in this one is so friggin' good. So I can see for like a speed run, this guy being used a lot, just because he's got that fast mobility. He can like quickly leap in, can combo really easy. Oh, that's great. Forgot about that. Oh, so like, hold them out until I get up there. Let's see, then you got... Yep. There we go. I was like, where's the Predator Hunter or Warrior? There we go. This is the other guy. He's more kind of like a brawler. He's still got the combos, but he's more on his feet. Everything looks good. Fortunately, that food landed at the worst possible place. So with my hope is that if the Capcom arcade stick totally bombs, that maybe they'll go, we should put this on Steam instead. You can have multiplayer as well, kind of like you can play this already on Fightcade with other people. But I mean, I'd love to see an official release for it, like on Steam or something. That'd be great. I would pony up the money for it. Should I go that direction? I'm not sure. Wonder if they're transporting. I don't know, but they had a good knife collection. Let's see, they should be having smart gun guys. There they are. So how much would it cost? That's the thing. Like, if the game was like under like $10, that'd be fine. Anything's got to be better than their $260 16-game arcade stick monstrosity. That basically you can buy a Pandora system off of AliExpress for about $100 cheaper, and have even more games. Have over 1,000 games on it that run just as well as what I'm showing you right now. Oh, that was great. Jeez, that's crazy, Nimix. You've already subscribed. You don't need to give bits, but I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. You crazy, crazy man. Alright, I think we're back with Lynn now. What is her... She's got like some kind of spinning blade move. I can't remember what it is. It's like a helicopter move, like basically just start like twirling through the air. Let's see. True. Alright, let's see. Spike kick. Yeah, I know about that one. Okay. Well, just like the thing telling you who was the top person is all. The top bit donator is all it really shows you. Then it resets. Trapped. Come on. Exactly, it's all saying, like, it sounds like he's swearing fuck. Like, I swear he's yelling that. I'm pretty sure he's not, but I mean, that's exactly what it sounds like. Man, those power ogres really explode. So the problem with this game too is like you can also get so many weapons spam. Is that like you just keep instead of like attacking, you'll just keep picking up weapons instead. Some work to do. Okay, no problem, buddy. See you next time. Appreciate the bits. Pardon me. You're not here. Use the elevator. Okay. Oh look, a final fight pipe. I think that's like the only bonus round you have the entire game, too.
I got it. I got it. I got it.
Give me your gun. Okay. Can't hit him until he starts moving. Now, you can actually time out and lose your weapon. Like, so it's on the ground. If you don't pick it up fast enough, it will disappear, and then you're stuck with that until you die. And you have another life come in, or somebody else drops their weapon if you're playing multiplayer. Jeez. Alright, let's just stick with Predator Hunter so far. At least it's cool enough to give you like a super whenever you respawn. Doesn't do as much damage as you normally would, but it's still a pretty cool thing. think this is where I fight another predator. Mm-hmm. Yep, this fight is a pain in the butt. Three-hit combo, could not escape. Yeah, this is where you just basically lose like all your quarters just about. What? They'll just go like right through your attacks half the time. Finally, he's down. Good lord. Hate that fight. He was parasited by the aliens. Okay. Okay. Should be getting to the end of the game pretty soon. Oh, trying to make my way back to the food. Pardon me. That guy just did not want to die. Good lord. One hit, all that damage, took off almost the entire thing, entire bar health. think this is the final boss now? Alright, let's try other predator. Here we go, final boss. I think it's the final boss. Get to the chopper! I mean, escape pod! For me. Are they gonna nuke it from orbit just to be safe? You know it. Alright. That's the prospect that the aliens will spread all over North America with lightning speed. Pardon me. All of them were miraculously annihilated due to explosion of the nuclear fusion furnace caused by a crash of the spaceship. Good English. But it is very likely that the conglomerate, Weyland-Yutani, plots to use aliens for their commercial purpose again. And that's Alien vs. Predator, the arcade game. Yeah! So, real fast before I end the stream, I'm going to play one last game just for a couple of minutes. Here we go. This is one I just mentioned not too long ago. But this is the other Aliens arcade game. Let's see. Start up. Button 1. Button 2. There we go. So this is the other arcade Aliens game that existed that at least I'm aware of. This is another one that my brother played and I played a lot of. Very loosely based around the Aliens movie. I think this came out in 1990. Yeah, 1990. So with this game, you have two shoots. Two ways to shoot. You can do normal, or you can do crouch. It's a 2-button game. There's no jumping. You don't have to worry about anything about that. It's all auto fire. And the purple aliens running around. So we all remember this part from the movie very clearly. So let's go for... Oh, disappeared. I couldn't remember if it stayed around until I picked it up or not. Well, now I know. So you play as Ripley as player 1 and not Ripley as player 2. Now you pick up a special, however, that's when you have to start hitting the buttons as quickly as you can because it no longer auto-fires. You have to keep pressing the button. And for bosses, sometimes it does like the old Contra thing where change perspective. You also have APC segments, which are also in this kind of view, but you're on top, just shooting everything. I'll save you, Billy, from the... I'll save you, Newt, not Billy. Yep, and then it goes like that. But you basically get the gist of it here. So there were a couple different arcade games with aliens. But for now... we have reached the end of the stream. I am all beat up, but I definitely want to thank everybody who tuned in and watched. Mollusk definitely dropped by, so did Nimix, Jay, of course, anybody else who may have been lurking. Saturn Memories, can't forget him, he dropped by as well. Unfortunately, couldn't play his request. Unfortunately, Rad Mobile just wouldn't work in MAME. It's the second game I've come across that's done that, where it just refuses to work right. But I will be back. I'm not sure if I'll be back tomorrow streaming. Because I'll probably go to finally see Avengers Endgame. But if I will be streaming, it's going to be at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But if you're not sure when that is, just basically copy and paste exactly what I put into Google. It'll tell you for what time it is wherever you are in the world. You can also check me out on Twitter at Wursel555. If you feel like coming back or anything like that, that's always cool. I also post up basically like on Twitter, usually around 2 or 3 hours in advance, if I'll be streaming and what we'll be playing and so forth, and all that good stuff. Or if I need to delay it, then you'll also know there as well. So next stream will most likely be a Bayonetta 2 speedrun. I'm going to do another 2C run with Rosa, basically, because I remember the last time, halfway through my last run, that I was forgetting to do a very powerful technique, which speeds up the run dramatically. So that will be corrected next time. So either I'll be streaming either tomorrow, Tuesday, or Wednesday, at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So hopefully see you then. Later.